It came as an unexpected twist when Zayn Malik once again opened up about his feelings for Selena Gomez, sparking excitement and curiosity among fans worldwide. Zayn, famous for pouring raw emotion into his songs and expressing deep, heartfelt thoughts, made a confession that left many wondering what it could mean for his connection with Selena, especially considering their shared past. The whispers of possible romance and unspoken admiration have stirred interest once more, leaving people eager to uncover the truth behind his words. Could this be the start of something new between them, or just a tender look back at moments gone by? Today, we're going to explore Zayn's candid admission in detail. Before we dive deeper, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any updates. The big question is, what exactly is Zayn feeling for Selena right now? And why is he speaking up at this moment? Is this just another fleeting headline in the endless world of celebrity news? Or is there a deeper, more personal story behind his recent comments? Could it be that there's still a spark, something unspoken, lingering between two artists who have always seemed to circle around each other without fully crossing paths? Zayn has always carried an air of mystery. Ever since leaving One Direction, he's made it clear that he has little interest in chasing the spotlight for the sake of fame. Unlike many in the entertainment world, he doesn't constantly seek attention. He tends to step back when others are stepping forward, choosing to keep quiet rather than put on a spectacle. When he finally does speak, especially about someone as high profile as Selena Gomez, people pay attention. It doesn't feel like a publicity stunt. It feels genuine, vulnerable, and almost like something he can't keep inside any longer. So, when Zayn, in a quiet and carefully worded interview, admitted that Selena still crosses his mind, it caught everyone's attention. The remark wasn't explosive or scandalous, but it felt unfinished, like he had cracked open a door yet wasn't entirely ready to step through it. His words carried the weight of something unspoken, something perhaps left unresolved. People close to Zayn have hinted that he has always held a special respect for Selena. It's not just about her beauty, he admires her strength and her determination to keep pushing forward despite the challenges she's faced. He's noticed how she always finds a way to rise again, no matter how many times life has tried to pull her down. In conversations, he's mentioned that she feels authentic in a world where many lose touch with their true selves. He's described her as both strong and gentle, someone who really sees others. At the time, these remarks seemed like casual praise, but looking back now, they carry more meaning, as if they were the first pieces of a story he never fully told. Over the years, Zayn and Selena crossed paths, never publicly as a couple, at least not officially, but their interactions haven't gone unnoticed. There were occasional rumors, a quiet dinner here, a shared moment at a private event there, and in those rare instances when they were photographed together, the way Zayn looked at her stood out. It wasn't the gaze of a casual acquaintance. It was as if she was both familiar and unreachable, like he wanted to express something he couldn't quite put into words. Now, after all this time, Zayn is finally speaking, though still with caution. His tone is emotional, tinged with something that feels almost like regret. It's the kind of careful openness that makes you wonder if he's holding back more than he's revealing, if there are chapters of this story that remain untold. His choice of words suggests that his feelings aren't simply a passing thought. They seem tied to something deeper, something that has been quietly lingering for years. This latest revelation has left fans with countless questions. Is Zayn finally ready to explore what might have been between him and Selena? Or is this a moment of reflection, a quiet acknowledgement of feelings that once existed but never had the chance to grow? Whatever the answer, one thing is clear. His words have reignited interest in a connection that many thought had faded into the background. And for Zayn, who rarely speaks without reason, this confession might just be the beginning of a bigger story waiting to unfold. Some people believe Zayn's recent admissions are all about timing. They say he's stepping into a fresh chapter of his life, one where he's no longer trying to live up to someone else's image of who Zayn Malik should be. He's focusing on being a devoted father, a true artist, and perhaps, for the first time in a long while, a man willing to lower his walls when it comes to love. But while his path seems to be opening up to possibility, Selena's appears to be moving in another direction entirely. These days, Selena is seen more often with Benny Blanco, and not just in passing. She's smiling in a way that feels effortless, unforced. There are quiet murmurs of wedding plans and a shared future slowly taking shape behind closed doors. She seems genuinely content, the kind of happiness that doesn't crave the validation of cameras or social media likes. It's a calm joy, rooted and steady, as though she has found a place she's been searching for. So the question naturally arises, why now? Why would Zayn choose this particular moment to speak from the heart? Is this a final act? A gentle farewell to the possibility of what might have been? Or is it the start of something riskier, a deliberate step forward not to intrude on her life, but to finally voice what he's kept to himself for years? In a recent late-night studio session, a close friend shared that Zayn played an unreleased track unlike anything they had heard from him before. The lyrics were essentially understated yet heavy with feeling. One line lingered in everyone's mind. "You saw me when I didn't know how to be seen." Those who were there are certain it was about Selena, about a moment in time when both of their lives were turbulent, messy, and unavoidably public. It wasn't about a full-blown romance or even a clear relationship. It was about a fleeting connection, an unspoken recognition that passed between them amid the chaos. Maybe that moment was nothing more than a spark. Or maybe, in ways neither of them admitted, it was the start of something real that simply never had the chance to grow. Selena herself has remained characteristically silent on the subject. She's not one to add fuel to speculation, and she handles rumors with a grace that avoids unnecessary drama. Yet in past interviews, she has spoken warmly of Zayn. She's called him beautifully broken and praised the rawness in his writing, saying he's unafraid to bear his emotions in his music. These aren't casual compliments you throw around lightly. They hint at a deeper understanding, an appreciation for the person beneath the fame. And so, the questions linger. Has Zayn reached a point where he's ready to shed the layers of the public persona, to stop hiding behind the version of himself built by the industry? Is he prepared to be vulnerable again, even if it means admitting he might still have feelings for someone he never fully had? And on Selena's side, is she able to look back without reopening old wounds? Or does a quiet part of her still wonder what it might have been like if things had unfolded differently? Perhaps this isn't about reigniting an old flame at all. Maybe it's about closure. Sometimes, the most important thing is to give voice to what's been left unsaid, to acknowledge the truth, even when the timing has never been right. Two people can be perfect for each other in another lifetime, and yet find themselves on different paths in this one. Sometimes love is more about timing than compatibility. But then again, maybe this is more than closure. Maybe it's a subtle challenge, a quiet dare. Zayn could be speaking his truth, without expecting anything in return, but with the hope that she hears it, that she feels it, that for just one heartbeat, she remembers the unspoken connection they once shared. Hollywood has no shortage of almost love stories, missed opportunities, people who didn't realize what they had until it was gone. Usually, these stories fade into the background, but occasionally, someone circles back, not to rewrite the past, but to acknowledge it, to honor the fact that something real once existed, even if it didn't last. Zayn's revelation doesn't feel like gossip. It doesn't feel like a publicity ploy. It has the weight of someone speaking from a place of quiet reflection, someone who understands that honesty can matter more than the outcome. He's not trying to rewrite the future. He's acknowledging the past with sincerity. In the end, whatever happens next, whether Selena continues to build her life with Benny, whether Zayn retreats into his music again, or whether fate unexpectedly brings their worlds together once more, one truth remains unshaken. There was always something there. Something subtle, something left incomplete. And now, we know that for Zayn at least, that something has never truly faded. Subscribe for next video!